Local coverage you can count on continues with Tara Brantley and Dirk Rowley. You're watching Wayne 15 News, Nightcast at 11.
The IRS will soon start processing taxes.
Oh boy, but before they do, there are some changes you need to know about. Wayne 15's Taylor Williams joins us with what you can expect. Taylor?
In just a few weeks, we will be filing our 2020 tax returns. But after a year of COVID-19 and stimulus checks and a new president, taxpayers have a lot to get ready for.
So there's going to be some unhappy people, I think, come filing time.
Tax season is coming. After being pushed back to February, experts say it's time to get organized. Most Americans have received 2 stimulus checks. When stimulus checks first went out, officials said that people did not have to pay them back. The IRS is still sticking with that, but tax experts warn that could change.
Having done this for several years, I know that what they say versus how the IRS operates it can be very different.
Keith Lehman of Apple Tree Financial Group says that the only people who have to pay back the stimulus checks, as of now, will be widowers. If your spouse passed away in early 2020 before COVID, and then you got a stimulus check that was for you and your deceased spouse, the IRS is saying you must pay back the portion that went to your spouse because they weren't with you when COVID hit. Also new this year, President Joe Biden's first-time home buyer tax credit. It's cash that the buyer can get immediately or receive during the 2021 tax refund.
It definitely would be, in my thought process, better to get it up front to have more equity in your brand new home.
Another change is how taxes will be prepared. Several tax professionals are eliminating in-person meetings and doing everything virtually. Now, layman's advice to those filing taxes is to be patient, get them done early, and have a tax professional do them. Reporting in studio, Taylor Williams, Wayne 15 News.
Taylor, thanks. And here are some more tips on how to spot red flags when it comes to filing your taxes to avoid 1099 NEC discrepancies and keep your tax bill down. Keep copies of your receipts and business expenses. While filling out your W-4, check with a tax pro or use a tax calculator. That way, you know how to plan for any tax refund shortfalls or unexpected bills. If your investments did well last year, try to make some strategic moves this year. Review your situation more frequently, even try quarterly reviews. And if you don't have the money to pay your taxes by the due date, the IRS is offering installment plans. For more tips, head to Wayne.com.
59% of Americans are starting this year with debt, according to a recent online survey. So whether you went over budget on your holiday shopping or you just want to get ahead of your finances this year, here are 5 tips to tackle debt. You can see, cut back on frivolous spending, use a repayment strategy that works for you, incorporate a budget that fits your lifestyle, start paying with cash, it's always hard to part with, and avoid spending triggers.
The governor announced the unemployment rate fell to 4.3%, the lowest state unemployment rate in the region.
Our businesses, large and small, are figuring out ways to conduct business safely, and consumers, customers are taking them up on it. So again, we're on the right path, but we never want to get ahead of ourselves. We never want to overreach. We always want to over-deliver.
Now, despite the governor's unemployment news, we are living in 2 economies. That is what a local employment analyst says about those latest jobless numbers. Rachel Blakeman of Purdue Fort Wayne says for some, financial life looks better than it did a year ago, but others face economic struggles amplified by pandemic job loss. Overall, most counties in Northeast Indiana had a December unemployment rate below 5%, which is considered full employment.
We are pulling up the blankets tonight. Some cold mornings on the way with temperatures in the teens. A little bit of a warm up in the afternoon, but still below average on the high end. We'll talk about what's to come and track that weekend wintry weather system on the forecast just ahead.